So, why the heck is it still a seller's market? Let's have a look.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining
Hi.
us. We are the Hatch Homes Group and it's our Monday housing market update. So today we're going to talk about why is it still a seller's market? With everything going on in the world right now, people are coming to us every day like surprised that it's still a hot seller's market. And we get that, right? Like, why are certain things going bad and housing market isn't? So let's talk about that. And also, as a side note, if your home is on the market right now and it's not selling, at the end of the video, we are going to give some recommendations on things that you should look at if your home isn't selling. So what's going on, guys?
Yeah. Well, I think it's amazing. Last week I was in Palm Springs, Arizona, and San Diego, and in most of the places I visited, we were seeing prices come down, and you see it in the press. But that's not happening in Portland. Every week I look at the numbers, and from all the transactions in the Portland metro area, we have got more pennies and we've got an increase in transactions, but we don't have enough new actives coming on the market to fulfill that need. So, which means inventory is going down. Another interesting thing when you look at the numbers, the list price and the actual sold price, the sold price is slightly more than the list price.
And that's month over month?
I look at that every week, and the past week, 10 days, it's definitely increasing. This time of year, we're expecting new listings to come on the market, and they are, but not enough. Not enough.
Yeah, it's less and less inventory almost every single week. And I think the other factor in that is because the sellers are a little bit less motivated because they're sitting in a house that has a ton of equity, but they're also locked into these way low interest rates. So they're not exactly motivated. However, there are ways to leverage that equity that you have. And when you talk with us, it could maybe work out to be sort of a wash and to get you into the next home.
For me, I feel like it's very important to educate some of these sellers. These sellers, as Michelle was stating, is that they're sitting with all this equity and they don't want to let go of the low interest rate. So there are certain ways to get around it. There's different possibilities. So I think it's very important to set up an appointment with the Hatch Home Group and maybe get an educational seminar going to work around with the high interest rate to position yourself to purchase that next home.
Yeah. And, interest rates are dropping a little bit, which has been another interesting twist to buyer demand increasing, right?
Yeah, they've been going down the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, okay. With all that said, say you're a seller and your home is on the market and it's not selling. We're definitely seeing that, right? Like not every single thing is flying. But so what are the things we're looking at if your home isn't selling, and what are the conversations we're having with our clients? Well, first, representation, presentation is very, very important. If I see another listing with cell phone photos, I might lose my mind. It's just outrageous to me. So anyhow, how your home is presented is important. How it is presented in person too. Like you can't just take, professional photos. Like you have to do some effort on the interior. And I get that not everybody can, but you don't have to do a ton to get a big impact. So what it looks like, really important.
Yeah. And you want the photos to be somewhat matching what your house actually looks like. That's the comment I get all the time is that, well, the photos were deceiving. And that's very true. They're all, touched up and airbrushed, but for the most part, you still want your house to kind of match that.
Well, especially if you use virtual staging. Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started.
Don't even.
So what's the next reason why it might not be selling? Randall.
Well, I have that next reason why. And it's very important to have fewer, better photos. I totally agree. But some things that we cannot change, of course, are road noise, busy streets, and the neighborhood. Unfortunately, there's only certain things that you can do to encourage your neighbors to pick up the trash. But if the neighborhood is not well presented, there's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there's some locations that are just not very hot right now, and we just have to be real. Like there's some locations that are selling, prices are still going up, selling in a few days, and then there's some that are just not. And so that's a really important distinction.
Mm-hmm. And John, the third one, what do you think?
So another reason it's not selling is it's not priced right. We could see by the numbers that homes are selling if it's priced right, and it's really important to sit down with a good realtor and go through the numbers carefully, look at exactly what's happening in your neighborhood and at this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it always goes along with listening to the advice of professionals like us. So remember, you can reach out anytime if you want to talk about where your house is located and what it would be worth or anything like that. We're here for you. And please remember to like and subscribe and share this with anybody that you think could use this information. Thanks again and have a great week.